Hey everyone, and welcome back into another video. It is time for Alpp. Oh my gosh, I love this stock. So guys, I've been through the whole of the internet and I have been in a deep dive to see if we have any news or information, or if in fact I can find any information to see if we have any news on the Nasdaq uplisting. And if you're an Alpp shareholder, then I want to know who you are. So like I say in all my Alpp videos, go down in the comments and write Alpp to the moon, because I love reading all of the comments of you guys and all the shareholders that are in fact involved in this stock. I haven't been able to find any news or catalysts whatsoever. I even found myself down this rampage of looking through the old Grizzly short attack that came out on Alpp last month on the 10th of March, and it was actually hilarious. Reading some of those comments are quite funny. In fact, I might actually just put them up on the screen right now because they are actually hilarious. Shares Langer has got to be my favourite one. This is hilarious. Grizzly, we discovered makes 24k revenue per year. Their lemonade stands making more money than that. One comment in particular that really stood out was this lady called Julia Westerfield. If she's watching this, please say, because I just think this is hilarious. I'll do the reporting, she said, and she commented back saying, Grizzly, the Finn Capital are shorting Alpp to load their pockets, not because Alpp isn't a great company. That's the real news. Julia actually quoted from the actual report, which basically says the publication of the report stands for these people to make a significant amount of money through realized swaps, options, or other derivatives, and this is again covered from their standards to realize significant gains in the event that the price of a company stock declines. And she basically was like, I'm going to do the reporting. I mean, this girl's hilarious. And there were so many other really positive comments that did come out of this short attack, and I just thought it was really funny because I was just diving down, and you guys can see that if I go onto Google, you guys can see that I have been through every single piece of news because it's been clicked purple. And I mean, if we come onto the website, you can see that there has been no news updated here, and again, the last news that was updated on their website was the 29th, and we have been through all of that in our other videos. So I have been really heavily investing my time into trying to read every single piece of news and due diligence that does come out about Alpp. So the only thing that we can go off right now is in fact the trading view charts. That's the only thing that we can do. So I have got the charts up right here, guys. We are waiting for Ken, as he has reinstated in one of his latest announcements. They are in fact doing very well. The company are doing great. He's very happy with where the company are going, and obviously Ken did put out this letter here on the 24th of March, just reassuring everyone that he knows that the Nasdaq uplisting obviously is taking its time and they have no additional information to provide us. And again, they are literally just sitting on their hands. As frustrating as it is for us, it is also frustrating to them, and I really do believe in Ken, and I think that he will in fact update us as soon as he does have any news. I am not worried about this company or any aspect of this company being a fraud, especially when I did go back through and look really heavily into an in-depth analysis into that short attack report and all the evidence they come up with, and it was really just absolutely nothing. So they had no really video evidence to support anything at all. You can see that when we were at those highs of near $10, and I got slated on this channel, as you guys know, and I said don't be buying at these high prices because we are going to have a share dilution from that interview that I watched, and we did actually drop back down to $6, and I said anywhere below $5 and below that's going to be where I will start to reload my boats. So I in fact sold my entire position of Alpp when we did in fact hit that $9 to $10 bracket, guys. I did make quite a significant gain, and it was a really great trade. I love this company and I do want to hold it for the long term, but the valuation was not justified at those levels, especially not before a Nasdaq uplisting, and I knew that this was all going to be hype, and it was going to be coming crashing back down. Especially if you look at this particular circle I'm drawing right now on the charts, guys, you can see that a price action movement like this is really not normal. You can see how overstretched we are as well on the RSI. So all of these indicators, to me, if I see something like this on a chart, just for future reference, it might help you when you're trading. Obviously just be very aware that there could be quite a quick correction, as we have seen. But again, we have actually come back down with the general market selling off. Obviously a lot of growth, innovation stocks, high-tech stocks, and also penny stocks will suffer when again the market is in fact having a rebound, a correction, and we are in fact putting those plays back into value traps, as I call them. And you guys can see that we have a very clear support of Alpp around that $3 range. What I don't like about Alpp right now is the fact that the volume has been reduced significantly in terms of trading volumes. If you look on here, you can see that we have in fact cooled down an awful lot. Even if we go back all the way to September, we are currently having some of the quietest months in the market over the last 7 months, which is absolutely crazy to me to think that right now no one is really doing anything in the markets. The volumes have decreased so much. But the fact that they've decreased so much and they're still not selling off, and we have in fact stabilized over the last month or two, you know, around this price of $3 to $4, that does tell me a good thing, guys, because it means that as we get news and catalysts moving forward, then we can expect the price of ALPP to hopefully start to return to those later highs that we had earlier in the year. And the good thing is, guys, that once we do get this Nasdaq uplisting, whenever this is going to happen, the biggest catalyst for me is the fact that, you know, traders like Robinhood, for example, institutions and banks can also buy into this company if they in fact are to invest their money and they want to hold a position in ALPP. And this could be a great thing because it's going to add hype, it's going to add conviction, and it's going to put a lot of trust in investors, and retail investors will start to pile in because, again, as a big company, say, went into to buy a company like ALPP, it is going to help, you know, with that hype. So what we can expect moving forward, you can see that I have in fact drawn an uptrend. So if I zoom in for you guys, you can see that we are in fact making those you know, those higher lows, which I like to say, which is quite nice. We aren't in fact going or closing lower every single time that we do have a high. So what that does tell me, guys, is there is some, you know, good faith right now in ALPP, and if we do break this support line and we trend back down, we can definitely expect to retest those levels of $3. Again, this is a very strong support, so I think we'd have to have a very big catalyst to break that, or in fact we'd have to have, you know, a general market correction in order to break down from there. And again, we are in a V-shaped recovery. I did put out a video earlier on Cathie Wood and how the markets are going to be addressed this year, so be sure to check out that video if you want a full breakdown, because I watched the entire video. Again, it was half hour and I put it into context into about 5 or 6 minutes, and you guys can see then that I will not be worried about the future, obviously, of these plays like ALPP. Again, ALPP does hold a lot of risk. It's a very volatile company because it is a penny stock, which is why it marks up just a very small portion of my portfolio. But like Marmite, I absolutely love the stock. I think for a penny stock, you know, they are currently always having their talks with the CEO. There is so much information and news that is available to us because Kent is always putting his best out there, and I think that's why I really like this, because there's so many companies, guys, that you probably hold penny stocks, even crypto assets. You could have maybe ABML, for example, but we don't really get much news or information on a lot of these stocks, or even these big biotech stocks. So a lot of the time you're just sat on your hands waiting for catalysts. But again, Kent does come out, and usually every single week their Twitter is active. Obviously over the last 10 days we haven't had many announcements, but guys, that doesn't mean to say that nothing has changed with this company. And moving forward, again, it is just about waiting patiently, and that is what we have to do if we are in fact to continue to hold our shares of ALPP. So if I come onto the 15-minute chart and just show you some technical indicators moving forward again for this week, you guys can see up on my screen right now that the 21 EMA is in fact below the 50 SMA. So what I need to happen, guys, is we need to actually get this 21 EMA to in fact close above the 50 SMA. And once that does happen, we will start to have a more bull territory. Once again, the candles do cross over like they have now, and we have closed above. So if we can hold above this, then again, hopefully we will then start to see a new bull run for this stock, because it is again about those technicals lining up. And once the 21 EMA in fact closes above the 50 SMA, it does start to tell me that we are in fact in a more bull dominant market moving forward. So I'm waiting for that patiently, for these technicals to line up, and again, that is going to be a nice place to tell me that we've definitely bottomed around here, and then we can expect to see those highs again of $5 to $6 in the short term. So right now I'm just holding my shares as always, waiting for this news, waiting for any catalysts that do come out. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the technical analysis, some of the pointers that I am waiting for. Obviously, you guys know I like to wait for those RSI lineups, again, to show me whether I am overbought or oversold technically. And again, that's usually when I enter or exit a position for optimum entry. Again, if I am doing a swing trade, for example, I'm not holding for the long term. But this company, I think, does have great potential for the long term. So right now, averaging down probably is not a bad thing if you do have a high cost basis, but you are going to have to wait very patiently, obviously, until we get that Nasdaq uplisting. But right now, I would be saying probably not to buy at these levels. I'd be waiting to see, in fact, if in the week we do in fact close below this support line and break it. If we do, we can expect to test those lows, like I said, of $3, and if not, we are in fact going to go up to that $4 range, and we are going to pin back off there until we either have a break up or in fact we have a breakdown. So that is what I'm waiting for, guys. I hope, again, like I said, you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, smash that thumbs up for me, and also hit that big red subscribe button and join this family of investors. That marks up this little wrap up for ALPP. I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead in the markets. As always, stay safe out there, and I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to write ALPP in the comments for me.